Hey y'all, well, look at that moon. It just never does it justice. Camera lens, at least for me. How are y'all this evening? Caught me without my hat up in Huntington, and my daughter Faith arrived today. I asked her, did she want to come out? She said, no, just tell them I made it, Dad. But isn't that something?
I was asking you if it was full or not because it looked a little flat this morning on top. So I didn't know if we were going into a full moon or not. Hey, everybody.
There's my sister Kim.
That's
We've
beautiful.
been, hey, since we were blowing leaves, does that count for raking leaves?
You were blowing leaves. Faith and I were raking and hauling leaves.
You know, you remember, I know most of y'all can relate if you've grown up in the country, or it doesn't even have to be the country, getting the leaves up off the ground. I was, talk about dating me, I don't think, we didn't even have a tarp.
Yeah, I don't remember anything but a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, a little old red wheelbarrow, and we'd stand in a circle right in the middle of the pine straw in Huntsville.
Right.
Yeah. And you remembered, what was it, Mom and Dad picking up big old...
handfuls of pine straw, and they drop it real quick because there's a copperhead or two in it.
Yeah,
We had so many pine trees in the yard where we moved in.
Good old East Texas.
But this isn't even the raked part.
No, this is not the raked part.
We just got the front yard done.
Yeah, there's a lot of leaves, but got a little burn pile going. We'd stand in the middle of all the leaves, and we'd rake toward us, a big circle.
Rake a circle.
Yeah, and then we go to the next. Y'all ever do that?
Yeah. We were lucky. I remember hauling those leaves out into the woods, though, because we lived at the end of a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And just had a bunch of woods right beside us, so we could just didn't have to burn them.
So were we littering? Technically, no.
You were.
No, we were.
I wasn't.
Really? We were mulching. But anyway, so we were looking at that earlier about the Apollo 8 mission, and I think I remember touching on it in school, but I never really realized the gravity of it. Okay, Mom's struggling in there, so the lady folk are taking care of Mom. She's actually had a good day, laughed and joked, and I think she realizes Faith is here, and lots of smiles this afternoon. So we just spent a little time here in Huntington with Dad at their place. Looking at that, I think I shared a video from the American Crossroads radio page. It's, man, I'm just mind blown. I guess I get boggled over little stuff. But 1968, the space race was on. A lot of the generation coming up now will never know really what NASA was. But man, it was a big part of our lives and the dream of going to space or being an astronaut. But I was watching some facts about that, and in 68, we didn't even think we had the technology to communicate at 250,000 miles away from the surface of the Earth, much less get somebody there and back. And the Apollo 8 mission was, the 2 or 3 before it had failed, and so they had no premise of whether or not the equipment was going to work, but the moon was probably about like that, I guess. I don't know. But it was perfect trajectory or whatever, so they took off, and Lord bless, and they was able to make that mission there and back, orbited around the moon. And what struck me the most is the broadcast that they put forth from way out before they went around the dark side of the moon, and they read Genesis 1 verses through about 6 on TV from a quote-unquote governmental spacecraft orbiting the moon. My goodness, I don't know, I guess we've digressed a little bit, because now we can't hardly say Christmas. But pretty inspirational. I don't know if you watched that video, it's on YouTube and all, but that was really cool. And I do not remember that piece of history, and it was good to kind of find that nugget this afternoon or this morning. So anyway, won't keep this long. We've got family time to do right behind that door over there, and so blessed to have part of my kids here tonight. Wish Mr. Jeremy and his beautiful wife Felicia and little Isabella Rose and Mr. Lance was here for sure. And things are all right, though. We're going to have a good Christmas, and I think we can all be home for Christmas, can't we? Because Christmas is in our hearts, or it should be. Beautiful sunset at Steele after a windy day, and a typical December East Texas day. Smell of leaves burning in the air and a few fireplaces firing up. So we'll call it a good evening. I might go in here and get me some of those fruitcake cookies. Y'all ever had those? My great grandma used to make those all the time. Got the pecan right on the top. And my aunt from Delaware, or not Delaware, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania. She used to live in Delaware. Sent us a box of those made with the same recipe. So I think that's going to go good with my coffee this evening. Let me see who all's on here and we'll call it an evening. Let's see here. Got Alicia checking in. How are you? There's my good friend Sandra, the creator of the banana nut bread that we're enjoying. And let's see. Donna's on. There's Patrice. Yeah, that's right, Karen. It is smelling of burning leaves right now. You got to try to stay upwind from it or it'll be on you for a week, won't it? Hey, Molly, I'll tell Kim you said hello. There's this Emily Camille from Tennessee. And Gail is on. Well, thank you, from Florida. And, no, Faith is my my oldest daughter, and that was not Faith on the video. That was my sister, Kim. Faith's been a little diva, I guess. No, she's inside spending time where she needs to be with her grandparents. So she'll probably be on. We're contemplating a little bonfire out at my thinking spot in the next few days. So we may all get around and talk a little bit then. There's Caroline. Thank you. Yeah, Mom's having a good day. Thank you. And let's see who else we got on here. I think we got everybody. There's my buddy Troy down at Conroe Way. And Lisa McDonald, good to see you. Well, y'all sound off where you're at, and Merry Christmas blessings to all of you as we enter the weekend. I still got to do my Christmas shopping, don't I? What is it, 21st? Yeah, I still got time. Y'all be the light. Have a good evening.